Hello, welcome to Real Frank Football. Thanks for checking it out. It's finally nice to have some meaningful football games on television. And here we are. We start off with week 0. Week 0 is such a weird week. It sure is. We got some games we're going to take a look at and break down. All that coming up next.
Real Frank. You call me a
All right, let's get right into it. So in week 1, we already had some controversy and a coach in the hot seat. So Illinois and Wyoming played, and Illinois handled Wyoming very easily. There was a little bit of a struggle the first quarter, but then they kind of found their groove and then ended up blowing them out to some degree. But the game that everyone is talking about is Nebraska and Northwestern. Now, it's no hidden secret there that Scott Frost was supposed to come in and bring Nebraska back to the glory days from the dream job, right? He went to school there. The fans loved him. The world loved him. We got our guy. He was a hot commodity. Everybody wanted him. All these schools were chasing him. And it's Nebraska, and the fans are going crazy. Oh, we love you, Scotty. Come back home, Scotty. We'll take you. Arms open. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We're going to win like 20 national championships. Oh, my God. It's going to be so amazing. Whoa. That didn't happen. So let's get into this game. He's already on the hot seat after one game. It was a close game, but since Scott's been there, Scotty, as he's been there, they've been all close games. Like, he's lost like, what was the number? Like 20 games by 8 points or less, something ridiculous, some ridiculous statistic like that. This was supposed to be the year of Nebraska. They went and got 22 transfer players. 22, 18 from the portal. The transfer portal. They were cherry-picking those motherfuckers. They were cherry-picking the team together. Back in the old days when you were picking your team and you're cherry-picking all the best players, that was what he was trying to do. Rebuild as fast as he can because he knew his ass was on fire. Super fire. So here we are. This is the controversial play. As you can see here, they're up 28-17. Nebraska has just scored a touchdown, and they're kicking off to Northwestern. And here's where everyone is thinking Nebraska gave the game away. For whatever reason, here's the kickoff. And we'll see here in a second. They kick off. And it's an onside kick. Oh, my God. And it's one of the worst onside kicks ever. It's kicked right to the player, the Northwestern player. There's no hop, no bounce. It's one of the worst ever onside kicks. Now, my theory is Scotty's in the hot seat, right? And he just got a touchdown. He thinks, I have all this momentum. They're never going to see this onside kick coming. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to do something crazy. I am going to make a
business decision.
A
business decision.
He was making a business decision there. He's like, oh, I'm going to win this fucking game here right now. We're going to get the ball back. We're going to go down and score a touchdown, blow these motherfuckers out. I will be a hero. A Big Ten win in the first game. I'll be on fire. No one will mess with me. My strategy of cherry picking all the best players or transfer players will turn our whole season around. I will be a Nebraska god. Woo! Did that backfire? But to be fair, they were still in this game. 28-17. I mean, they're still in this game. What happened is in the second half, they just sucked. They sucked ass. The offense sucked ass. The quarterback, Thompson, I believe his name, and he was overthrowing people. His accuracy went way down. They were still in this game. But when you are the golden child savior brought in to turn a program around to the glory days of Nebraska, run option, the glory days, Tom Osborne, you're going to take the heat. So here we are. Here we start. After Nebraska's season opening loss, and the onside kick is already being asked if he's going to step down. That is fucking crazy. It is the first game. Yes, it hurts because it is a conference loss, But already, I mean, who are you going to hire? Anyone you bring in, you're going to have to spend another several years rebuilding, and you're going to be awful. It doesn't happen overnight, especially with this transfer portal, NIL deals. It's crazy, and he's already feeling the heat. Now, once you take a look at this, every time I see Scott Frost, I always think, could this be Jesse Plemons? I think that's how you say his name, that actor. Especially when Scott Frost is making that sad pouty face when it looks like he's having a tantrum. They look exactly the same, in my opinion. I don't believe no one's ever called that out. Twins, maybe they're brothers. I don't know, but when he makes that pouty face, this pouty face over here, it makes me think of Jesse. It is crazy. And maybe he could be a stunt double if he gets fired this year. He can go into acting and be Jesse's stunt double. Maybe, you know. Probably have to lose some weight. He's way more bulkier than Jesse. But I'm sure they can figure something out. Now, what's mind-blowing, too, is all the experts had picked Nebraska, too. Here, game day, I'm picking Nebraska as well. And then here it is. And here, there's so much hype around Nebraska this year. Kurt Herbstreit. I like Nebraska to win the Big Ten West. Oops. Well, that may not happen now. I know it's still early. Things could change. Team can go on a run. We're not counting Nebraska out yet, but the world is. The sports world is caught thinking they're dead. They have no chance, which is funny. Scott Frost going back to Lincoln, Nebraska if they lose this game. Him and Wilson floating around. Poor Scotty. They already want to put him on a cross. I'm sorry, but the Scott Frost era at Nebraska needs to end now. What a train wreck. If I'm a Husker, I go across the board with a blank check, and whatever it takes to get Matt Campbell to come to Lincoln. Now, that's an interesting choice. Matt Campbell has been a hot candidate over the last few years, and he seems to be happy at Iowa State. So I think it'd be very hard for him to leave Iowa State to Nebraska. Be interesting to see if that's the route that happens, but, I mean, it's the first week. Still a lot of football. It's crazy how weird the world blows up. This one, our next coach, Urban Meyer. Are you fucking nuts? Urban fucking Meyer? He destroyed the Jacksonville Jaguars. They couldn't run him out of town fast enough. So when he's that fucking important, you get this piece of shit guy? I can't believe it. This guy is a cancer. He's damaged goods right now. There's no way. I can't believe it. Urban Meyer. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Just ask the Jacksonville kicker who he supposedly kicked or hit. Crazy. Man, these people are panicking. Now, this is the most fascinating part of that entire game was the internet was down at the stadium in Ireland and Nebraska where they were playing, and they gave them free beer to everyone. So Nebraska fans, why are you so upset? You can get so fucked up and shit-faced for free. For free. Can you imagine if you were sober and you had to have your heart broken like that? And there were so many Nebraska fans there, and they're giving you free booze, free beer in Ireland? Fucking Ireland? Come on, man. You probably can't even remember that loss. Get yourself all shit-faced. In a stadium, free. I can't even imagine what those lines meant. I saw in the TV they had this big, cup straw they made. That was pretty crazy. It was pretty brilliant. Man. I mean, free beer? So they lost. Long season. You got free beer. You should be talking about that. What a miracle. Free beer in a stadium where it's like $25 for a fucking beer. And this one's so true. Nebraska went from a natty contender to Frost getting fired in a span of 2 hours on Twitter. Football is back. It's so true with professional football, NFL, and college football. Coach loses a game they think that they're going to win. The media, I saw blowing them up by 19 points were picked. And they lose, and all in a sec, fire. Put the fires out, you know? So here's the final score, 28-31, what you guys all saw. Here's the stats. I don't think Thompson in the second half cooled off. He was great in the first half. But I think Thompson was part of the issue that caused it. There was a lot of time played. Just a little shock that everyone's calling for Scott Frost to be burned already. I mean, you get someone else, it's going to take 4 or 5 years to get that system players in and stuff. It's crazy. But it's great. It's great to have college football back. Super pumped and can't wait for week 1 and watch all those games and break those down with you guys. Thanks for watching. Until next week.